show you the materials that I use. These are the molds I ordered from Amazon. I used the small one. And I'm going to show you. This is the resin that I use. This one dries really fast, so you can do a project in 3-5 minutes, will be dry. And I use this other resin, and this one takes longer. You use half and half, half of resin, half of hardener, mix it for 3 minutes. And then I use some mulch to make the mountain, the one that they serve for the garden. I use these colors that are special for resin. And I use cotton. So let me show you how I did the base, which is like the water and the sand. Before I put the sand, I had added some resin, the one that dries fast. Then I put some sand, and on top of the sand I put more resin. I'm gonna add a little rock because I don't have little shelf right now. Now I'm going to add the resin on top of the sand, and I'm gonna put it to dry. Once it's dry, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add more resin on the rest of the mold. I pull it out. And then I'm going to add some color. I'm going to use 2 different colors, so it will look darker and clear. Part will be darker and part will be more clear, and then I'm going to mix it. And it will be up to you how you will prefer if you're doing it, or try to do it. I'm going to add more resin. And now I'm going to dry it, put my UV light, and then I'm going to add more resin in a little piece, and I'm going to add some white coloring on the resin. And from there, I'm going to mix it, and with a little toothpick, I'm going to create like splashes of water. Like you see, this will make it look like water movement or some kind of splash on the water. And you do it until you feel satisfied. Then I'm going to put it again, I'm going to put it to dry. Put my UV light. And I will use some mulch, and it will be like a mountain. I used cotton to make the clouds, and I used the resin that dries fast. This is the resin that I use, and it dries like in 3 minutes using the UV light. Since I'm experimenting, I decided to put the resin on top of the cotton and then put some white paint on the mold, and from there move my cotton around that is full of resin on the white color, and that way try to create my little clouds. So this is what I'm doing it. Now I'm going to put it to dry, and this is kind of how my clouds looks like. Now I'm going to continue with the egg. I'm going to put some resin, but this is going to be the resin that takes a long time. You mix it, half resin, half hardener, mix it for 3 minutes, and I'm adding a little bit of blue because I'm doing the sky. You see? I put it over there, and I put some of my clouds, one of the clouds in there. Now, this is the base. I was just doing my final touches on the base. So I'm going to put like this a little bit more. And let me show you what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to do a little bird, and I'm using a wire that is bendable. Like you see, there is that little bird, and I'm doing another one. I'm gonna put a little bit of resin, make it hard, and then look at this, it's already dry. This is what I'm going to use for my bird. Then over the bird, I'm gonna mark it with a black. So I'm going to use a black marker in both sides, you see? Now, to make it look more, I'm going to add one of my clouds, and I'm going to put it between my mountain. And I'm gonna put it in between here so we can see the little bear more. It's gonna look like this. Hold on. So it's gonna be the cloud. Like you see, you can see the bird more. I put it more. I'm going to add another cloud on close to the top of the mountain. It already passed few hours, so this part is already dry. Now I'm going to use the resin that dries fast with the UV light. I add some yellow and I'm going to add some orange. Now this part is ready, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix my resin with the hardener. This is the one that takes longer. I'm going to fill my egg almost to the top, and I'm going to put my base on top. So I will put my base upside down. The egg is gonna fill full of the resin, and I will wait for the next day to see the results. Okay everybody, so I'm ready for the big reveal. So let's see how it looks. I hope it looks good. I'm gonna take this one first, where it's sitting, where the ocean.